Hello students, welcome back to World of Home Science. Myself Vijaya U. Patil, Assistant Professor of Home Science, Government First Grade College, Ankola, Pujgiri. In this video, Home Science Extension Education Part 5, we discuss about the leadership in Extension Education. Community Development Facilitator or is a leader who leads, organizes community to identify a problem and solve by using community recurses. An ideal leader will be a change agent for a progressive society. A leader will bring success to a community by helping people to help themselves, thus bringing about qualitative changes in the community. Let's see whom we can call as a leader. Leader is a person who has been spontaneously considered or chosen as being an influential in a specific situation or situations. For example, Dr. Abdul Kalam. Or a leader is one who helps the members of the group. As an individual, he accepts the responsibility for thinking through problems and working out solutions that need to be discovered. For example, Anna Hazare. Or a leader may be a person who has the ability to show the way, has the interest and capacity to help others and is accepted voluntarily by the people. For example, Mahatma Gandhi ji, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Nelson Mandela, etc. Or a leader can be a person who has the capabilities to make decisions and strive towards the accomplishment of community goals. Certain qualities in an extension leader make the individual more acceptable as a leader. A leader makes members of a group or communities to be active and willingly make them participate in decision-making process. Let's see some of the qualities of an extension leader. Those can be being responsible, being open to feedback, having a listening ear, being a role model, being reliable, being passionate, ability to motivate people to achieve community goals, capable of meeting the expectations of others, using people's experiences to achieve community goals, adjusting in different situations, a good communicator, has the ability to take right decisions at the right time, or an ability to analyze the situation, as because the leadership is a process of influencing members of community, their activities towards the goal or solving a problem situation. An extension worker performs mainly 4 functions. As a catalyst, an extension leader should act as a catalyst between the group or community for accomplishing change in knowledge, attitude and skill. For example, education as right to all. As a solution giver, an extension leader should help the groups to identify their felt needs and make them in decision making and problem solving processes. For example, anti-Iraq agitation in Dubagunta village, Nellore district of Andhra Pradesh. As a process helper, an extension leader should be able to disseminate information, knowledge, technology, skills and competencies in attaining success of the extension program. For example, on schools. As a resource linker, an extension leader should possess knowledge and be able to link the resources proportionately from the government, non-government agencies, communities, etc. for the successful completion of the extension programs. For example, taking the help of agriculture engineering to ease the work of farmer or to facilitate a homemaker by giving smokeless chullas. There are several ways of classifying extension leaders. Some of them are democratic, autocratic, laissez-faire type leaders, formal and informal leaders, a head and the head of group, professional and voluntary leaders, political, religious, social and academic leaders, elected, selected or nominated leaders, popular and unpopular. Let's discuss the types of leaders one by one. Democratic. A democratic leader is one who involves the members in decision making, for example, self-help groups. Autocratic. Autocratic leader is the one who takes all the decisions for the group, pays little or no ear to the members' opinion and voice. For example, Adolf Hitler. Laissez-faire type leaders. This type of leaders do not have a set pattern of function and difficult to predict their pattern of work. Formal and informal leaders. A formal leader is one who is holding a position to discharge duties, for example, Chief Secretary of the Government, Judge, Block Development Officer, etc. An informal leader is one who does not hold a position or an office nor an elected member, but the community looks forward to them for their guidance. For example, Anna Hazare. A head and the head of group. For example, an individual who represents the community at the village level workers, block level, block development officer, district level, secretary or a gazetted officer, etc. Professional and lay or voluntary leaders. An individual who has achieved exceedingly in his or her profession becomes a professional leader in that profession. For example, C.N.R. Rao, Sachin Tendulkar and Gangubai Hangal, etc. Lay leaders are that individual who influences the society by virtue of their deeds or work. For example, Salumarda Timmakka, Anna Hazare, etc. Political, religious, social and academic leaders. Political leaders who hold a political membership and elected to office, for example, Chief Minister. Religious leaders is one who heads a community of people in a particular faith, for example, any religious leaders. Elected, selected or nominated leaders. An individual could be elected to office or selected by virtue of his achievement or nominated. Elected, for example, Lok Sabha Speaker. Selected, for example, Santosh Hegde, Lokayukta Office. Nominated, for example, film actress Rekha and cricketer Sachin Tendulkar for a duration of period nominated for Rajya Sabha. Popular and unpopular leaders. A popular leader is one who has won the hearts of people by working for the social cause. For example, Medha Patkar, a principled individual who works for community but may not be widely recognized. If we see extension worker as a leader, leadership is a process whereby an individual influences a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. Extension worker as a leader plays a crucial role in influencing extension services and programs. Therefore, extension leadership has a strategically importance in dealing with developing groups and communities. Let's see how to identify the leaders. The existing popularly elected leaders like Sarpanch or Panchayat members and office bearers of cooperative societies should be recognized and used in extension work wherever possible. The extension workers should also seek to discover and develop new leaders. The new situation will produce new leaders. The best way to find out the potential of new leaders is by asking a number of villagers, that is, problem may be passed or assigned to the villagers, then they must be asked the names of the person who would be effective in solving that problem by organizing them and by carrying out the necessary steps in solving that problem. It is said that there are 1/10 of leaders and 9/10 of followers. So there will be no dearth of natural leaders. If the villagers gain experience in self-help development, new leaders will emerge out of new situations. After identification of leaders, it is important to train them as professional leaders for carrying out extension activities more effectively in the extension organization. One of the ways to do this is by involving them in situations where they will have learning experiences in the village meeting or at any other congregations. The leaders may be encouraged to tell what the village has done and how it has been accomplished. Tours for the village leaders may be planned within the Panchayat Samiti as well as to outside places where they can observe the rural development work in action. Training camps can be organized for the village leaders, block leaders, and extension workers from time to time. They should exchange their experiences and learn from the block technical staff. For achieving progress at all levels, the extension leader must make other members of the community understand the situations, identifying the problems, seeking solutions through community participation, and effective decision making for the progress and development of community through extension programs. An exchange of ideas will help in analyzing what various villages have done, how they have approached thus problems, and with what degree of success. By doing through this experience, the development of leaders will take place. Today's extension organizations demand a challenging combination of individual talent, collective ability, and effort. Extension workers, as the leaders to rural and urban communities, must develop the right level of extension leadership qualities and competencies. It could be motive, trait, and skill, aspect of one's self-image or social role, or a body language which the extension worker uses. These core competencies will be useful to shape the extension worker's behavior and attitude as an able leader. Competencies refer to extension workers' skills and knowledge. For example, human development, leadership development, communication and program development skills, etc., which are very much necessary to successfully perform extension tasks. Thus, an extension worker who is aware, for example, has the ability to communicate or interact with people of the rural community, plans, implements, and evaluates extension program, may use these skills in order to increase performance. Therefore, leadership competencies help to understand the role of performance of extension worker. Extension organizations is said to be an agency to change for problem solving, a catalyst for individual and group action. Competency components for effective extension leadership have include a leader's ability to encourage individuals, families, and communities to provide support for subordinates, to plan well, to have knowledge of their organization, to have personal communication skills, to be able to solve the conflict among target groups. So, extension worker as the leader to farmers and farm families out to be competent in certain skills and behaviors to be successful to execute their job. To become a leader, one should acquire some abilities like use initiative to act on opportunities, take responsibility for own objectives, set priorities, display can-do attitude, try to solve problems, say yes, I will make it happen, go beyond your job description, show enthusiasm, take ownership of problems, introduce improvements, develop innovative practices, value innovative thinking, learn new skills. Let's see what is the importance of leadership in community development. Leaders are important in any form of community development because they are responsible for shaping a community focus, listening to the people's need, make important decisions for the benefit of the community, have foresight, encourage fair treatment of people, and develop partnerships that will benefit the community. The primary focus of any community leader is to shape the people's needs and direct all their actions towards it. They are a platform of voice and action whom the people can talk to and who will listen, making them instrumental in any progress for the community. Leaders are also chosen because of their capability to make important decisions on behalf of the community, and in order to do this, they must be good listeners. There may be small groups within the community that have conflicting issues, and both sides must be listened to and understood well by the leader. A leader's foresight is crucial in anticipating the outcome of their decisions and community's actions for the rest of the groups. Good foresight means understanding the past and assessing the present to produce a good future. People in communities can be extremely diverse, and a good leader is essential in promoting fair treatment of everyone, no matter what their stand or position is. Each of their values and heritage plays an important role in shaping the community, which a leader can take to mold them for development and progress. Leaders also play an important role in fostering partnerships beyond their circle that will contribute to the betterment of their community. These partnerships should allow for more diverse services and products that the community can enjoy as a whole. Leadership in community development is an important role that can make or break the progress of the people involved. They should be chosen well, and a good leader will bring paramount success in helping their communities enjoy more services and a better life. Extension functionaries are responsible for setting and meeting the goals of extension system. Extension personnel performance is regarded as an important aspect of extension organization. The performance of extension personnel will improve with the leadership competencies acquired by them. Therefore, there is a need to understand and determine the relationship between the qualities of leaders possessing competencies in human development, resource management, food and nutrition, textiles and clothing, and extension education, and allied areas like leadership development, communication methods, extension program planning, and extension program evaluation, as well as organizational commitment and extension. Extension worker who is a leader could sometimes be a home science extension worker. A home science extension worker is one who has knowledge about nutrition, human development, textiles and clothing, and resource management, which is a home science extension personnel is very crucial in linking the family, community, and lab in improving the quality of family and community by adopting scientific methods, changing in the knowledge and skill of the people. This leads to change in attitude of the community, becoming a holistic community. That's for now. This is me, Vijaya, signing off. If you find the content of this video useful, do like, share and subscribe. Comment for your suggestions. For future home science videos, stay tuned. Bye-bye.